For anyone who isn't familiar with the concept, a recursive translation is when something is taken from one language, translated to at least one more, and then converted back to the source language. The results can be quite interesting. Anyway, let's go. Flame retardant. Now that the team of Kree Sentinels, the alien robots that were spying on the Fantastic Four, has been destroyed, Johnny's being put on trial by Attorney General Ronan against the Kree Empire. Ben and Susan prepare to defend him, with Red as his preferred lawyer. However, it won't be easy as Johnny has already been convicted before the trial begins. Convicted! Dr. Doom successfully invaded Reed's consciousness and transferred his thoughts into his body. Reed is now trapped in the Doctor's body. Doom must now find a way to get back to his friend, family, or the Doctor. Doom turned the Baxter building into his new weapon, destroying the Fantastic Four and several neighborhoods. Trial day. Raid was accused of intentionally exposing Susan, Johnny, and Ben to cosmic rays and turning them into the Fantastic Four. While the chaos distracted them, Dr. Death! Serious damage. Fellow scientist and friend Bruce Banner turn to Reed for help, but his dark secret is soon revealed. He is the Incredible Hulk! When Banner transforms into his giant green self and floats around New York City, it's up to the Fantastic Four to stop him. My neighbor is a stranger. When the team returns from their mission, the neighbors at Baxter Tower seem friendlier than usual, but it soon becomes clear that their neighbors are shape-shifting aliens, Skrulls, the youngest champion in the world. Raid's attempts at miniaturization failed and the team shrank. And when Herbie! Outside the region, things get worse when Johnny takes his friend Frankie on an unauthorized tour of Red's lab. When Frankie is sucked into another dimension, Johnny chases her before anyone notices, but as he was doing so, a small insect passed through the dimensional portal. Susan, Ben, and Red now have to deal with what went wrong, while Frankie and Johnny are trapped in another dimension. Rex Empire. The submarine Namer issued a decree prohibiting humans from entering the ocean. Susan and Johnny infiltrated the negotiations, but were captured in Atlantis. Ben and Reed must fight the Kraken and Namor to save their teammates. Puppeteer. Alicia's stepfather and artist Philip has obtained a portion of Reed's space station, and the irradiated metal allows him to control the minds of others using small clay figurines. Impossible! Reed takes this unlikely man with him as he reminisces about one of his space explorations. The Fantastic Four must find a way to get rid of this annoying wizard before his antics become dangerous. Bait and switch. PhD Death causes an electrical surge during one of Reed's experiments. Thus began the exchange of power between the four people. Now the team must take on Doom with new, untrained talent. Erase. The Fantastic Four were transported to the negative zone, where they came face to face with Annihilus. As if that wasn't bad enough, Doc, an assassin, steals Annihilus' power source and threatens Earth. Tearing down. The Mole Man sends a giant monster to attack the Baxter building, hoping to lure the Fantastic Four to the Underground Kingdom. Revenge of the Skrulls. The other four competed in a game called the Magic Fifth of the Day. But when the Skrulls return with the Super Skrull, it's Rupert of the Fantastic Five who might save the world. Mole Hatton. The Mole Man is back. After Ben is kidnapped, the Mole Man tries to convince the Thing to join him in creating an underground paradise where appearance doesn't matter. Stringed Instrument. The Puppeteer pits an entire city against the Fantastic Four. The four must clear their names and stop the Puppet Master from controlling the minds of everyone on Earth. Doomsday. +1. The Doombots invade Baxter Tower in the middle of the night, but their attack distracts Doomsday and launches Baxter Tower into space. Medicine. Reed eventually healed the Thing, but the cure also took away all of his memories of forming the Fantastic Four. When the Mole Man attacks, She-Hulk must replace her things, and a helpless Ben Grimm must find a way to save the world. Scary. The Wizard, Claw, Trapster, and Dracula are the new team to save New York. Always one step ahead of the Fantastic Four, Reed begins to suspect that the four villains are not the heroes they seem to be. Time is running out. The Fantastic Four return to New York to find that the Doomslayers had taken over the city, and due to changes in history, had never regained power. The four must go back in time to fix things and stop Doom. Attack of Atlantis. The submarine returns, but this time it needs help to defeat Atruma, who has taken over Atlantis. When Reed, Susan, and Ben set out to help save Atlantis, Johnny is left behind and the city is attacked by a giant leaping whale. Scam Game. After several attacks from the Iron Man suit, the Fantastic Four find Tony Stark. It turns out that Doom is the one behind the attack, and now the four must face Iron Doom and Iron Man under Doom's command. Johnny Storm and the Fire Potion. During his battle with Diavolo, Johnny comes into contact with a potion that makes him stronger. Unfortunately, alcohol also began to turn him evil. Title fight. Mr. Fantastic Four is forced to fight Ronan the Accuser, the Impossible Man, Annihilus, and the Super Skrull. The fate of humanity depends on the winner of this fierce competition. The word of destiny is the law. Dr. Doom created a super destructive robot to fight the Fantastic Four. The four try to retrain the robot to become one of the good guys, but Doom's control is too strong and Doom captures Susan and Red. Johnny and Ben must fight the killer, but first they must defeat the Super Doombot. Treasure hunting. Terminus is an alien being who comes to steal all of Earth's resources. When the Fantastic Four try to stop him, they realize he may be invincible. It's all the same thing. Thank you for the registration question?